Good morning. Are you guys able to hear me okay? Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, they can hear you, Reverend Edith. Reverend Edith, they can hear you.
Okay, welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg. I'm Reverend Edith Washington Wood. So grateful to be with you today on this lovely March 12th day. And I want to welcome everyone here. Those of us who are out here in Love Streaming Land, hello everybody. And also those who are in the sanctuary, welcome to our service. Let us take a moment to open in prayer. Take a moment to gently close our eyes and to allow ourselves to be in this moment. Noticing our breath, how it goes in and out of our body. And in this moment of sacred connection, we pray from this space. God, the good, omniscience, that which is here and now, the universal presence. We come together this morning on this day to celebrate our abundance, to see abundance in everything that we can notice with our mind's eye and to welcome it. We give thanks for those who are here joining us in whatever way and form that we are able to. We give thanks for this and so much more. And so it is. Amen. And I want to also welcome anyone who's visiting us for the first time. If you're in the sanctuary, just raise your hand. And if you're out there in Love Streaming Land, just put something in the chat box and just say, hey, I'm new, glad to be here. And now we have our core value for today, and the core value is integrity. Let's say it together. Together, please. Living from unity principles, we embody and consistently practice honesty, accountability, transparency, and nonviolent communication. Let's say that one more time. Living from unity principles, we embody and consistently practice honesty, accountability, transparency, and nonviolent communication. And our opening song today is Spirit Loves to Dance. So anybody that wants to get up and dance, please do.
This is our congregational song, Spirit Loves to Dance. So if you feel like chair dancing, getting up on your feet, shaking your hands, whatever you are moved to do, do that. All right? Oh, and you can sing too. Shine, feet dance, hearts sing, if given the chance. Spirit loves to dance, Spirit loves to dance, Spirit loves to dance, Spirit loves to dance. Let's do that again. I shine, feet dance, hearts sing, when given the chance. All together. Spirit loves to dance, Spirit loves to dance, Spirit loves to dance, Spirit loves to dance. Band, take it away.
Have our John Robbins back with us. So now we are Deletta and the 4Js. And good morning, everyone who is here and everyone in Love Streaming Land. Thank you for being here. My name is Sharon. And I guess last weekend we did not celebrate our February birthdays and anniversaries. So if anyone has one, either here or Love Streaming Land, just let us know. And happy birthday to you. Yay. Oh, my slide said February, sorry. You're correct, March. Yay, Neil. Oops, well, we just keep rolling here. So. Yes, John.
You said celebrating February.
I know, I made a mistake.
You already made a mistake on me.
Thank you, John. So, dear Rev Kelly is teaching Jesus' teaching. And even though it began last Monday, you can still sign up before this Monday's class. Just go to tiny, TINY, URL.com, see Jesus Teachings to register. And of this class, she says, showing how the parables are not just about Jesus, but are also about us. And when read rightly, still challenge and provoke us 2,000 years later. Our prayer chaplains are holding another installation ceremony in our celebration garden for anyone who would like to honor and continue to always love someone who has transitioned. Please visit our website for directions on how to order a memorial stone. It does take a full 4 weeks to arrive. The service will be held Sunday, April 30th, right after this service, so about 12:30. And we hope everyone can join because we are so honored to be adding stones for our past ministers, Ann Quay, Alan Quay, Roger Goodwin, and Jennifer Holder. So please do your best to be there with us to honor them and love them. Ms. Deletta, would you like to speak about the jazzy evening coming up?
Hi again. So if I were to sing something like, "It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing," you would say, well, that song's not on our agenda. However, we have some wonderful songs that we're going to be performing for you. A little bit of jazz, a little bit of pop, a little bit of poppy jazz, a little bit of jazzy pop, some of your favorites, and maybe some tunes you've not heard, but it's going to be a great time. So we invite you, and it's all in support of the music ministry so we can continue to bring you some amazing shows and order some supplies that we need and regenerate the choir. I haven't forgotten about you guys. We just had a few little stumbling blocks we had to get through, but so this is for us and for you. So please come out and support. Tell 20 of your best friends and so on and so on and so on. We'd love to see you on Friday the 24th. Sorry, I don't keep those dates in my head. But anyway, please come out and support. Thank you.
Unity's foundation is in prayer. And your prayer chaplains are here to pray with you in confidence. There is a box at the back of the sanctuary where you can drop in a prayer request. You can also visit me. I'm your prayer chaplain today after service. We also have a prayer team that prays for you every day. We just need to know you want and need our prayers. And now let's begin to center ourselves with our daily word. I welcome the light. Taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, I realize that in another part of the world, the first rays of a rising sun are bringing light to a morning sky. Whether I can see it or not, the sun never stops shining. Somewhere, a new day is dawning. Much more brilliantly than the sun, the light of God, too, is always shining. Sometimes my thoughts may be so focused on a challenging life situation that I do not sense this divine light. Then, in a flash of insight, I experience again the illuminating presence that, even in my darkest moments, is as near as my next thought. I affirm, let there be light. I breathe out frustration and worry. Breathing in, I am filled with the light of truth that illuminates my mind and shines from within my heart. And from Genesis 1:3, then God said, Let there be light, and there was light.
And now it is time for our meditative portion of this service. I invite you to close your eyes. And if you would rather keep them open, I invite you to have a soft gaze, gazing at one spot in the room. For we affirm in this moment, there is no spot where God is not. For we are the light of God that is expressing. And we also know that there is an abundance of light, the light that we see in our own eyes, and the light that shines brightly from the sun, the moon, the stars. That light is shining brightly. For the light that we are talking about now is the light of God. And the light of God is expressing right here and right now. And so as we prepare to go into a time of silence, may each of us know that light is shining brightly within us. The light is shining brightly as us. In going into the silence, we say these words to ourselves. I am the light of God expressing. I am the light of God expressing. I am the light of God expressing. In the silence, we join our hearts and minds together with God. I am. I am. I am the light of God expressing. And in this expanded state of awareness, we bring into our minds anyone who we may know needs a little light in their life. We imagine the light that is shining brightly, that it is shining brightly as them. We say that as we imagine a world full of light, full of love, full of the abundance of all there is. We give thanks for knowing the light is abundant in our life. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen.
today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness, everything else, I know all that I give to myself. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. I give to myself. I give to myself.
Let's give a hand to the 4Js and Miss Deletta, our music director. So how do we celebrate having abundance today? In order to celebrate abundance, we need to define abundance. I have 3 definitions for you. The first one is it's a very large quantity of something. The second definition we have for abundance is that it is plenty of the good things of life. Plenty of the good things of life. And the third definition of abundance is prosperity, which is being successful or having a thriving condition, something that we're thriving in. So let's look at the first definition of abundance. It's a very large quantity of something. I invite you to take a moment to think about what you have an abundance of. What do you have an abundance of? Well, I was thinking about the abundance of pens that I have. Here's some pens. I have a few cups of them. Oh, let me give you this side of it. Yeah, and on the other side of the cup, it says, breathe and go to your heart. And here's another abundance of pens. And someone even gave me this big pen so that I would never run out. I have never used it. An abundance of pens. I also have an abundance of rocks. See those big old rocks, different size rocks. I carry them everywhere I go. Here's one. I love crystals. And then when we went on vacation, I found this funny looking rock laying in the sand. And this rock, which has a fossil in it. So I have an abundance of rocks. But we have an abundance of things that make us feel good. And it brings us to the second definition of abundance, which is plenty of the good things of life. Plenty of the good things of life. Now, I was thinking about when I was a child, we had an abundance of vinyl records. Most of them had a speed of 45 RPMs, and they were about 7 inches long. But then we had more vinyl records that were big like this. You see this one? Yeah, I know. Some of you remember what these look like. This is a vinyl record, and it's 12 inches, and they're usually about 33 and a third RPMs. And so we had an abundance of records. And I remember my first record was that my mom had bought me was Twist and Shout by the Beatles. And it was on a yellow label, and it was a 45, so it was only about 7 inches long, around. But I found out later that Twist and Shout was recorded first by the Isley Brothers. Okay, I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there for trivia. But this was like when the Beatles came out with it, it was about 1964. So I would have been 4 years old. But then we kind of, recording got to evolve, and we evolved to 8-track tapes. 8-track tapes. And they were about, I guess about this long in length. And it was really great to have that. But then we got to cassettes, if any of you remember cassettes. And the cassettes had these 2 little reels and tape around it. It was like a mini version of a reel-to-reel tape. And then many churches started recording the services, the Sunday services on cassette tapes, and people would purchase them. I know. What a wonderful thing. We had an abundance of them. I even found some when we were moving here from where we used to live. Then we graduated to CDs. Yeah, remember these? We had an abundance of them. CDs to put in our CD players, and we could put them in our computers, or some of them CDs ended up being DVDs, and that was a great invention, wasn't it? And now we have digital downloads. We listen to them on streaming services, whatever one you may have. I'm not going to bring up the plethora of them that we have. But we have digital downloads where we can go back and listen to. I can look up Twist and Shout right now on my digital download, and I'll get various artists singing them over the years. And so when we look at the plenty of good things of life, we look at not only what we have had, but what we have now. I invite you to take a moment to think about what good things you have an abundance of. What good things do you have an abundance of? So we have an abundance of food. You know, if you look in your refrigerator right now, there's food in there, whether you want to eat it or not, but you have it in there. We have an abundance of water. We're able to go to our faucets and have water for showers and bathing and cooking and sometimes drinking. And we also have, well, some of us have an abundance of shoes. But what about when we don't have an abundance of things? Some may say, I don't have any abundance at all. Some may say, I want to take on the fact that I don't have enough. Like the opposite of abundance is lack and scarcity. But usually the belief and appearance of lack and scarcity is rooted in fear. The fear that we don't have enough. The fear that we don't have enough is really associated with the fear that we are not enough, that we are not enough. Have you ever felt that way? I want to tell you about Jack. Jack lived in a family, a very large family of 13. And one day, he needed new shoes. There were holes in his shoes. Now, Jack, being the youngest of the family, he tended to get clothes and things that he needed that was handed down. Maybe some of you know what I mean. And so his mother one day gave him a little brown paper bag. Jack opened the bag, and it was a pair of his sister's shoes. Jack began to cry. He didn't want to wear his sister's shoes, but his own shoes had holes in them. So he made the decision to wear the shoes to school. His father told him it was going to be all right. So did his other brothers and sisters. He walked up toward the school, and the person that he didn't want to see most saw him. It was the bully. The bully, I'm not going to give him a name, but he laughed at Jack. He told all the kids, "Look at Jack. Jack is wearing girls' shoes." Oh, gosh. Jack wanted to crawl away into underneath a rock and act as if he wasn't there. He wanted to be invisible in that moment. But Jack went to class and sat down. And the principal, Mr. Pritchard, was called in by the teacher. Now, Mr. Pritchard, all the kids were afraid of him. But Mr. Pritchard came into the class, and he started sharing with them how he had grown up on a ranch. And then on that ranch, he was kind of like a cowboy. Nobody knew this about Mr. Pritchard. At some point, when he got done, Mr. Pritchard walked over to Jack, and Jack could tell that he was looking at his shoes. Now, Jack tried to move his feet so that Mr. Pritchard wouldn't see his shoes. Mr. Pritchard looked at Jack and said, "Oh my goodness, you have on cowboy Oxfords." "Wow, those are so cool." He said to the kids, "You must look." And the children looked at Jack's shoes. And Mr. Pritchard said, "Those are the coolest shoes I have ever seen." So after they had gotten done, everybody was coming over to Jack, asking if they could try on the shoes. Even the bully. So Jack asked Mr. Pritchard if it would be okay if the kids could try on his shoes. No one was able to put on his shoes except for the bully. The bully and Jack wore the same size shoe. Now, the moral to this story is that Jack, in that moment, the moment prior to that, he was feeling kind of bad because the bully was, talking about him wearing girls' shoes. And yet, Mr. Pritchard made these shoes, these beautiful cowboy Oxfords that really called forth children to want them too. And there were no other cowboy Oxfords in the town they lived in. This brings us to our third definition of abundance, which is prosperity. Now, prosperity is being successful or thriving. Thriving. And in the moment that everything that was happening inside of the class Jack was in allowed him to thrive, to actually feel joy and happiness. You see, he was having this abundance of prosperity that made him feel happy, that made him feel part of, that made him feel that he was enough. Now we can look at the power of wisdom to determine if we are enough. Wisdom happens to be our spiritual power of the month. And it happens to mean discernment, the ability to know. See, I think that Mr. Pritchard had this inner knowing that he needed to create this possibility for Jack. You see, the disciple associated with wisdom is James, son of Zebedee. And the color associated with this spiritual principle is yellow, and the location is the pit of our stomach. Now, our Bible verse for today will assist us with when we're looking at wisdom and abundance. It comes from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20, and it states, "Now to him who by the power at work within us is able to accomplish abundantly far more than all we can ask or imagine." I'm going to say that again. Now to him who by the power at work within us is able to accomplish abundantly far more than all we can imagine or ask. You see, little Jack, he had no idea that there was something inside of him that was bubbling up, that he had the ability to accomplish more than he could imagine, and that Mr. Pritchard was able to call that forth by the simple words of, "Wow, your shoes are cowboy shoes." That his shoes were cowboy Oxfords. Who would have thought? Now, when we're talking about abundance, we can look at a metaphysical definition for that, and we look to the Revealing Word, which is the metaphysical book of terms created by Charles Fillmore, our co-founder of Unity. And he says this is the steps to demonstrating abundance. That first, we must recognize abundance as an idea that is real and has the power to expand. And then, my friends, we must talk abundance, choosing words representing abundance, and thus build up an invisible world of abundance. Now, here are some examples of choosing words representing abundance. Abundance is A, the attitude of gratitude. B, to be open. U, to be unlimited. D, to have the desires fulfilled. A, to affirm daily. N, to know now. C, to clear out our clutter. And E, to know that everything is possible. So when we have an attitude of gratitude, willing to be open, unlimited, and having desires fulfilled, and have affirmations daily now, that we clear out our clutter and know everything is possible, we are no longer distracted by fear, worry, or doubt. Just like little Jack. He no longer had to be afraid of the bully, to be worried about what would people say about his shoes, and to be doubtful in his own self. That he was able to keep in mind that there is an abundant flow of good flowing into his life. That there is an abundant flow of good flowing into his life. In this way, my friends, we build or form in our mind that which draws to us an abundance of everything good and every good thing. You see, abundance is our birthright. Abundance is connected to the light that shines brightly as us. That light of God, it shines even in the midst of darkness. That light shines in the midst of what seems to be tragedy or things that have us be uncomfortable. That the light is shining brightly, for it is the light of God expressing as us. That no matter what is happening, no matter what is going on, no matter how it looks like we might not have enough, that we have enough. That it is overflowing that which we have. And that flow of good never ceases. We just need to tap into it. And our affirmation for today will assist us with that. I'm going to say it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am open and ready to attract more abundance into my life. Together, I am open and ready to attract more abundance into my life. Again, I am open and ready to attract more abundance into my life. Now let's just take this to our heart for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. And once again, think about the abundance that you have in your life. The abundance of love, the abundance of joy, the abundance of peace. And allow it to resonate in your heart space. And know that this abundance resides within us as the light. And that light is shining brightly as it vibrates, illumines our path. And if your eyes are closed like mine, I invite you to open them and say the affirmation with me one more time. Together, please. I am open and ready to attract more abundance into my life. In this moment, we are grateful that we are expressing the light. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen and amen. Namaste.
Won't you agree? Won't you agree? There is a sound of abundance. Won't you agree with me? Won't you agree? There is a sound of abundance. Can you hear the rain? Can you hear the rain? Can you hear the rain? It's pouring on you, it's pouring on me. Won't you agree? Won't you agree? hear the rain? Can you hear the rain? Can you hear the rain? It's pouring on you. It's pouring on me. God has opened up the windows of heaven. Abundance is pouring on me. God has opened up the windows of heaven. Abundance is pouring on you. Oh, let it rain. Let it rain. 'Cause I'm ready for a rain of abundance. Let it rain. Oh, let it rain. 'Cause I'm ready for abundance today. Let it rain. Let it rain. Because I'm ready for a rain of abundance. Won't you agree? There is a sound of abundance. Won't you agree? Won't you agree? There is a sound of abundance. There is a sound of abundance. John Robbins, John Dolman.
We are so incredibly abundant. Yes. And let's give a shout out to Rev Edith for just a minute. She is, as we all know, not well after a fabulous vacation, but look at what she's given to us today. Yes. Yes. And now, of course, there is the monetary way to say thank you and to show your abundance. For those of you online, of course, we can text. What else can we do? We can go to our website, we can call, we can text. And for those of us who are here, of course, we have our love offering box in the back. And thank you so very much. Together, let's say our love offering blessing. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. And hopefully our children are on the way. But maybe a little bit of music till they get here? Yeah. Yep. Please?
Something different. Something different. How about Little Blues? All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're coming. I saw them run by the window, so here we go. 1, 2, 3.
So today we talked about illuminating, and what was another word that we learned about today?
What's it called? Wisdom. We also learned about how many animals of the past went extinct, and now that's a lesson to make us care about more about the animals of today.
Tell us what we learned about God.
God can always talk to you.
No matter how old you are.
Okay, Jaden, you want to begin? Jaden, you want to start?
Huh? I am the light of the world. I live as the light.
And how about
You go next.
you?
You.
You are the light of the you live as the light.
We are the light of the world. We live as the light.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
attract more abundance into our life. Go attract, my friends. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.
My honey is like a bunny, goes forth and multiplies. I send it out, let it go, comes back to me in time. My joy is overflowing. I know God is my source. My money is like a bunny, goes forth and multiplies. And my money is like a bunny, goes forth and multiplies. I send it out, let it go, comes back to me in time. My joy is overflowing. I know God is my choice. My money is like a bunny, goes forth and multiplies. My money is like a bunny,